and welcome. You're watching the Newshour Agenda. I'm Padmaja Joshi. It's a murder that has stunned India. More and more details are now emerging of how Aaftab Poonawalla murdered his partner, Shraddha, and disposed of her body in a meticulous and macabre way. But even as the murder investigation progresses, politics has also entered the fray. Today, protests were held across cities, from Delhi to Mumbai, demanding that a probe be conducted into whether Shraddha was a victim of love jihad. This after Shraddha's father made an allegation of love jihad while speaking to news agency ANI. Speaking to ANI, Shraddha's father said that he suspects a love jihad angle and that he expects nothing less than the death penalty for Aaftab for what he has done. Earlier in his FIR, he had also claimed that in 2019, when Shraddha first told her mother about her live-in relationship with Aaftab, both parents had opposed it because of the difference in their religion. Today, Shraddha's father is a broken man, wondering what if he had stepped in just in time to insist against this killer relationship.
कब बात हुई थी आप लोग की लास्ट और इस आफ्ताब पे शक कब हुआ आप लोगों को?
हम लोग को शक तो मतलब उनके श्रद्धा के दोस्त है, उन्होंने इन्फॉर्म किया कि श्रद्धा कुछ मीटिंग का मुझे लग रहा है जी। ये उन्होंने बताया कुछ अगस्त में। हाँ, तब हम लोग फिर कंप्लेंट करने गए थे वैसे पुलिस। मुझे उसके माँ ने बताया कि ये जून में आई थी मेरे पास। एक्चुअली जब भी उसने डिक्लेयर किया कि श्रद्धा इज नो मोर, तब मैं इतना कंडीशन में नहीं था सुनने के। तभी जब भी बॉम्बे में वो जॉब करने लगी तभी उसकी मुलाकात किया आफ्ताब से हुई।
रिलीजन वॉज एन इशू और
नहीं, फर्स्ट इम्प्रेशन तो वही था मेरा कि रिलीजन तो हम लोग इतना वो ये नहीं करते। मैं और मेरी वाइफ गई थी और मेरे सिस्टर भी गई थी।
Meanwhile, the war of narratives has also started on the topic, with BJP Minister Giriraj Singh calling Shraddha a victim of love jihad and Madhya Pradesh Home Minister Narottam Mishra questioning the silence who in the past had given a caste and religious angle to every crime. The question now is this just a statement of our times that everything is being seen through a communal angle? Is a communal color being given to a crime of passion?
ये एक षड्यंत्र है। भारत में गैर मुस्लिम लड़कियों को, हिंदू की लड़कियों को अपने फांस में जब लाना, चाहे प्यार मोहब्बत, चाहे वेशभूषा बदल करके, और फिर अगर धर्म नहीं स्वीकारा तो उसकी यही हालत होती है। न राहुल गांधी बोलेंगे और न जिन्ना के रास्ते पर चलने वाले ओवैसी बोलेंगे।
ये भी दिखाता है कि ये क्रिमिनल माइंडेड इंसान जो है वो हो सकता है कि दूसरे भी महिला के साथ कुछ हो सकता था, पर मैं तो ये कहूंगी कि ऐसे केसेस जो है फास्ट ट्रैक कोर्ट पे चलाना चाहिए और तुरंत ऐसे लोगों को समाज में से प्रिजन के अंदर होना चाहिए और ऐसे लोगों को फांसी की सजा मिलनी चाहिए ताकि कोई और दोबारा ऐसे कोई क्राइम करने के बारे में सोचे भी नहीं।
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Joining us on the Newshour Agenda, lawyers Kapil Madan and Shahid Ali, leader of the Rashtriya Ulema Council, Huzefa Amir Rashadi, Shri Raj Nair, national spokesperson of the Vishwa Hindu Parishad. My first question is to Ram Kadam, MLA of the BJP in Mumbai. Mr. Ram Kadam, why do you think this is love jihad?
See, Padmaja, as you know that this morning we staged a protest in Ghatkopar. And we have demanded that Delhi police should probe this heinous crime from the love jihad angle. Because if you see the modus operandi of the criminal, and there are several points which should be probed by the Delhi police, it is not the normal murder case. It is not just a murder case. It's a heinous crime, demonic crime. And they should probe this love jihad angle. Firstly, this criminal met her on dating site, where he pretended that he is a woman rights activist. Later on, he forced her, separated from her family. They bought a place in Delhi which is adjacent to one of the forest, and firstly he behaved very sober, but later on Shraddha complained that he threatened her to kill her. He threatened her to kill. So these kind of all these incidents is a typical modus operandi of love jihad.
Sir, let me just stop you for a second. Fine, this is a heinous crime, it is a blood-curdling crime, it is a toe-curling crime. I agree with all of that. But how is it love jihad?
See, do you have any proofs or evidence that it is not love jihad, or does anyone have any proofs that it is not love jihad?
For one, love jihad is when somebody forces you to marry or change your religion and fools you into doing so. यहाँ तो उल्टा हो रहा था. यहाँ तो श्रद्धा कह रही थी हाँ मैं शादी करना चाहती हूँ, वो कह रहा था मैं नहीं करूँगा तुमसे शादी. लव जिहाद तो उल्टा होता है ना कि आप कहो शादी कर लो मेरे साथ.
Without any No. There are two types of love jihad. One is they force that lady to change into their religion. And the second one, they have been, in the past also we have seen that they killed the Hindu girl. This is what the love jihad is in both the factions. Without investigating or without probing this angle, how can we conclude that it is not love jihad?
Okay, how can you conclude?
Does anyone have any proof that it is not love jihad?
How can you conclude, especially when the father is saying so? Shahid Ali.
Mr. Kadam's statement, in fact, is an interference in the investigation being done by Delhi police. They have been levying allegations without there being anything on the court. We have heard the statement of father, we have heard the statement of friends as well, and on various debates as well. So far, we have come to the conclusion that undoubtedly this was a ghastly murder, gruesome murder, and the killer should be punished severely. He should be hanged as per law. There is no doubt to that. But bringing into this not only the criminality, but saying the love jihad and all kind of things is not only rubbish, but shows the pollution in their mind, the communality in their mind, that what kind of mentality these people have. In fact, these people need to be sent to asylum so that their mind is treated properly, so that our country may be strengthened. These kind of people, in fact, are this ruining the image of India at international level and also of Mr. Narendra Modi.
You are influencing the investigation already, Mr. Kadam.
As for the investigation,
आप MLA हैं, MLA होकर के आप already love jihad का angle इसमें ढूंढ रहे हैं, तो आप investigation को influence और mislead कर रहे हैं.
See, first of all, allow me to put my some points. First
interfering in administration of justice.
We are just wait. There are certain points which can lead this entire heinous crime towards love jihad. So probing from the love jihad angle, is there any harm? What is of paramount importance? To give justice to Shraddha and her family. And if you want to give justice to her family, or we want to stop this kind of incidents henceforth, then we have to, we have to go to the roots. First,
so, do you feel that Delhi police is not competent enough? Now this is my time.
Allow me to say something.
Do you feel that Delhi police is not competent enough? Then they will not investigate from all angles.
Firstly, let me praise Delhi police.
They will investigate from all angles. But a person who is elected by the people, who is holding the office of being MLA, is writing a letter, therefore influencing the police at large. Influencing the police
one by one, but very serious charges are being made, Mr. Kadam. Here is a family. You are an MLA. Aaftab Poonawala is a murderer, no doubt. But he is not an influential person. You are. Giriraj Singh is an influential person. Now the Delhi police will feel compelled to try and look for a communal angle in a horrific, grisly murder. And mind you, so far the police has said no such thing. Mr. Kadam.
Padmaja ji, my point is, for this such a sad, again I'll repeat, demonic crime, standing with Shraddha's family, supporting her family, asking or demanding justice to her family. Is it not correct?
No, absolutely. You should stand with the family. The charge on you is that you are standing with the family for your political interest. Because this is a very interesting twist to give. Because it suits your purpose.
Let me answer your question. Let me answer your question. There are certain points where this criminal was pretending that he was women rights activist. Firstly, he was sober, then indulged into beating her. There are a sequence. So this entire sequence is not a normal sequence. As I said, this is not a just murder. This is a conspiracy. And if Delhi police will not investigate or probe this entire case from the love jihad angle, her family will not get justice. This is what our point is. We are not going to influence anyone. Of course, tomorrow morning I am going to write later to Delhi Police Commissioner that he should consider this angle as well. There is no harm.
Okay, Kapil Madan, not influencing, only ensuring that anything is not overlooked. Kapil Madan.
Now, let me, first, say very unequivocally here that we should not jump the gun. I mean, what Mr. Kadam is trying to do, and you have very fairly and very, you have asked a very cogent question, Padmaja, that on what basis you are making an allegation. Now, the response given by Mr. Kadam, it looks to me that he wants to first draw a conclusion and thereafter the investigation should follow. This is what Mr. Kadam is trying to say. However, in reality, the process is reverse. First, you will find out facts. First, you will find out the evidence, and then only you can come to a conclusion either way. That what was the cause? I mean, one thing on this debate, each of the panelists here agrees, they are ad idem, that this is a gruesome murder. The person who has committed this ghastly act should be convicted and should be punished. And I would also say here, the case looks like to me to fall in the category of rarest of rare cases, and it should invite capital punishment. However, the process of law needs to be followed here, and therefore what Mr. Kadam, the response of Mr. Kadam is very hollow. He does not have any data, he does not have any fact, he does not have any evidence.
The father. The father has made such a claim, and I want to ensure that anything the family says is not overlooked.
I don't want to make this as a political debate. But if Mr. Kadam, I never interrupted you. Mr. Kadam, you will get the opportunity. Mr. Kadam, you will get the opportunity to rebut. Allow me to finish, and then you can come back with your rebuttal. Now, what Mr. Kadam is trying to argue, we are in Delhi. The police is with the Home Ministry. Are you now trying to say here that if this is a love jihad angle, the police is not investigating, which comes directly under Amit Shah? So you are basically trying to raise question against your own government. And I am trying to reason here is that you should wait for the investigation to get over. One thing is absolutely clear. The reports that suggest, and if the reports are true, this is a ghastly, horrible, and a monstrous act, and that should have the strictest punishment that is provided under the law. And to my understanding, that should be the capital.
In fact, the charge also is that this is only trying to create polarization in society, and it's a sign of our times that the moment a crime happens, for example, I'll quote an example to you. Today morning, the story of Shraddha, right under it, there was a story of another man in Uttar Pradesh who a few years ago had murdered his wife in a fit of rage, and then he stuffed her into plastic bags after cutting her into 45 pieces. Now that man was a Hindu man, his wife was his Hindu wife. What was that? What jihad was that?
Yeah, I know whom you are quoting to, that great journalist who always tries to, justify things. I don't want to go on that. But I have a list of 35, Madam Padmaja, I have a list of more than 35 girls who have been chopped, who have been filled in gunny bags, who have been thrown in sea. We, myself and Mr. Ram Kadam, both come from Mumbai. It is a case of last month only, where a girl who fell in love with a Muslim boy, was trapped in love jihad. He chopped her and he threw in the sea. And there are 35 girls who have been, more than 35 girls who have been trapped in this heinous love jihad and then brutally and barbarically killed and thrown, or either, now this is a
Sure,
specific unique case.
There may have been, but this case is not one of them, you would agree, right? What proof do you have that this case is one of them? For example, even Shraddha's father says in his FIR that she went of her own volition. She said, "मैं जा रही हूँ घर छोड़ करके." Nobody dragged her away. Nobody trapped her. Nobody gave her allurements. Nobody tricked her. Aaftab didn't say my name is Amar. He always said I am Aaftab.
Top of our voice that love jihad is rampant. It is a reality, but a section of society, the so-called liberal, the so-called bindi-clad activists, the so-called selective activists, the Khan Market gang, they are in a denial mode.
Mr. Nair, we may look at each case on a case-by-case basis, but what evidence do you have about this being one such case? Is my limited point. In the present case, by trying to make it a case of love jihad, aren't you misdirecting?
Rightly said. He pretended to be an activist, a women rights activist. He pretended to be sober. He pretended to be very humble. He pretended to be a gentleman. He pretended to be a chef. He trapped the girl, ensured that he should leave the family.
Sure, but that makes him a liar and a horrible person. That still doesn't make him a love jihadi, as it were. Because he didn't say, I am not Aaftab.
Definitely, this is the what do you mean? Love jihad does not mean kidnapping and taking the girl away by force. This is the real definition of
love jihad. Okay, Shahid Ali wants to respond. Then I want to bring in Huzaifa Amir Rashani. Yes, Shahid Ali, respond.
No, Padmaja.
I just want to say one thing only. Mr. Kadam has right now said that he can give example of 25 such cases wherein in these kind of situations and the case of love jihad, putting the case of love jihad, the girls have been killed. I am challenging on air to this man. Can he show even a single judgment from any of the honorable court, holding that on account of love jihad, any of the girl or boy was killed, and vice versa,
where Hindus and Christian girls were lured and
sir, please stop dividing the country. Please stop dividing the country. Please stop
responding to you. Yes.
Made on that.
Accept the challenge and show me one judgment.
Padmaja, allow me to say something,
accept
please.
the challenge.
My simple. Padmaja,
yes,
allow me to say something,
Mr. Kadam.
please.
How long you will be in denial mode?
How
long we will lose our
I have to wait. Listen to me. First, whoever is opposing for this valid point, or for that matter, even Shraddha's father also demanded that police should probe from the love jihad angle. Let's talk on one particular point. What is the harm? If police probe in this direction, what is the harm? What's your problem? What is paramount importance? But Shraddha's parents, their family should get justice. That is more important. What is more important? When that criminal cheated her, his modus operandi, if you look at from the day one till the time he killed her, he dismembered her body parts into 35 pieces, and those were in the fridge, and that time he called some of the women in the house. If you calculate all these certain points, so these all points will lead towards the love jihad. So probing in an angle, there is no harm at all. So police should not ignore that angle. This is what we are saying.
Okay,
we are not saying this is love jihad. We are saying this angle should be probed. So what is the harm?
Huzaifa, बताइए. इसको भी प्रोब कर लीजिए. कोई ये नहीं कह रहा कि ये है ही है, but इसको प्रोब करने में कोई हर्ज नहीं है.
In fact, we are saying this is love jihad. We don't want
मैडम देखिए,
absolutely love jihad.
देखिए मैडम, ऐसा है कि एक हमेशा इस तरह की कोशिश की जाती है, जब भी विक्टिम का नाम उर्दू वाला होता है तो इस तरह का प्रोपेगेंडा चलाया जाता है बीजेपी के जरिए। आप मुझको बताइए कि सड़क से लेकर के सदन तक हर मुसलमान ने कंडेम किया इसको, हर आदमी फांसी की डिमांड कर रहा है। क्या किसी ने महापंचायत की उसके सपोर्ट में, या किसी ने ट्विटर पे ट्रेंड चलाया,
और वो
किसी ने यात्राएं निकाली
जो लीडरशिप है,
प्लीज
खामोश हो जाइए, सुन लीजिए मेरी बात, बहुत देर से आप लोग को सुन रहा हूँ, सुनिए।
दिस इज नथिंग रिलेटेड टू
You people are responsible. The Muslim leadership is responsible.
अब सुनिए एक मिनट यार, बहुत देर से बोल रहे हैं आप।
लोगों को जाहिल बना के रखते हैं और फिर वो गुनहगार बनते हैं।
दिस इज नॉट
देख के लग रहा है कौन कितना पढ़ा लिखा है।
Okay, one at a time, please. Let Huzaifa at least start speaking. हाँ, Huzaifa बोलिए।
There are some groups.
इनको खामोश कराइए मैडम।
बोलिए।
मैडम मैं वही कह रहा हूँ कि आप देख लीजिए कि सड़क से लेके सदन तक पूरे मुल्क भर के हर मुसलमान, हर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन डिमांड कर रहा है कि फास्ट ट्रैक पे आप केस चला करके उसको फांसी की सजा दीजिए जिसने इस तरह का काम को अंजाम दिया है। क्या किसी ने महापंचायत की सपोर्ट में, या किसी मुस्लिम ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने सपोर्ट किया उसका, किसी ने ट्विटर पर ट्रेंड चलाया उसके सपोर्ट में, किसी ने वहां पर कुछ किया हो? ये इस तरह की जो बात कर रहे हैं, अब जिहाद से जो लोग जोड़ रहे हैं, ये सिर्फ चुनाव सामने है, कई स्टेटों में प्रोपेगेंडा चलाना है खास तबके के खिलाफ, मेजॉरिटी में एक मैसेज देना है। ये इनकी हमेशा की कोशिश रही है बीजेपी की। जो एमएलए बैठे हुए हैं बीजेपी के, ये कह रहे हैं कि किसी के पास प्रूफ हो तो ला करके दे कि वो लोग जिहाद नहीं है। इनके पास कौन सा प्रूफ है कि वो लोग जिहाद है? क्या उसने उसके रिलीजन को कन्वर्ट किया है?
Now listen to me.
राम कदम।
First of all, wait. No, first of all, this is not fight against any religion. We respect each and every religion. This is fight against that criminal mentality. There are some groups, there are some gangs who have been misleading our youth, who have been brainwashing our youth to indulge in such kind of heinous crime. So this fight is against that criminal mindset. This fight is not against any religion. We respect all the religions. Please try to understand this.
And this is an important point, Huzaifa.
आपके एक मिनिस्टर ने, एक सीनियर मिनिस्टर ने एक स्टेटमेंट दे करके पूरे हिंदुस्तान में एक मैसेज दे दिया कि आप इसको रिलीजन से जोड़ रहे हो, एक खास तबके को टारगेट कर रहे हो।
आप एक चीज सही बोल रहे हैं कि कभी, बिल्कुल सही बोल रहे हैं आप, कह रहे हैं कि जब भी इस तरीके के क्राइम को कम्युनिटी से जोड़ा जाता है तो एक मैसेज दे दिया जाता है। इट्स वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग यू से दैट हुजैफा, बिकॉज दैट हैज बीन आवर स्टैंड ऑलवेज कि क्राइम को क्राइम की नजर से देखा जाना चाहिए, उसको कभी धर्म से जोड़ के नहीं देखना चाहिए। पर क्या होता है, जब कठुआ में एक बच्ची का रेप होता है, सबसे पहले लोग कूद के पहुंच जाते हैं कि वो मंदिर में रेप हुआ, तो देखो क्योंकि मंदिर की वजह से वहां पे रेप हुआ। हाथरस में कांड हुआ, सबसे पहले उसको कास्ट एंगल दिया गया कि अरे वो दलित थी इसलिए उसको अपर कास्ट के लोगों ने उसका रेप किया। दिल्ली कैंट में रेप होता है, वहां पर आप कहते हैं वो बच्ची को एक पुरोहित ने आकर के रेप किया था। तो ये मैसेज उन लोगों को भी जाता है ना जो हर चीज में कम्युनल, कास्ट, पॉलिटिकल एंगल ढूंढने के लिए आतुर रहते हैं। आज आप कह रहे हैं कि भाई डोंट डिमोनाइज अ कम्युनिटी, यू आर राइट, बट शुडंट दैट बी द केस विद एवरी क्राइम मिस्टर रशादी? ये बात उस वक्त भी याद आनी चाहिए ना जब हाथरस को सिर्फ आप एक दलित क्राइम की तरह देखते हैं। क्राइम इज क्राइम, इट्स अ डिस्पिकेबल हीनस क्राइम, पर तब आप दलित एंगल को लेकर के एक दलित एक्टिविज्म करते हैं, क्यों? वो भी गलत नहीं है हुजैफा?
मैडम मैंने कई बार आपके साथ डिबेट किया, आप मेरा कहीं स्टेटमेंट दिखा दीजिए कि मैंने क्राइम को क्राइम ना बोला हो या किसी एंगल से, बल्कि बीजेपी के फ्रिंज एलिमेंट चला रहे हैं ट्विटर पे। आप देखिए दलित बेटी के साथ हुआ, दलित बेटी के साथ हुआ, श्रद्धा दलित बेटी थी हमारी। पूछ रही हूं, आप मानेंगे नहीं मानेंगे कि जब हाथरस में रेप हुआ था तब वहां पर लोग सिर्फ इसलिए गए थे ये कह के कि भाई दलित के ऊपर अत्याचार हो रहा है, अपर कास्ट अत्याचार कर रहे हैं, ये हो रहा है न्यू इंडिया में। जब दिल्ली कैंट में रेप हुआ, द ओनली रीजन पीपल प्रोटेस्टेड, इनफैक्ट राहुल गांधी वेंट अहेड एंड ट्वीटेड सेइंग दैट शी इज नॉट जस्ट दलित की बेटी, शी इज इंडिया की बेटी। ऑफ कोर्स शी इज इंडिया की बेटी, एंड यू शुड केयर फॉर एवरी इंडिया की बेटी सर, instead of suddenly making it about caste atrocity. तब तो आपको याद नहीं आता that communities are being demonized. आपको नहीं लगा that in Kathua an entire community was demonized? Why was the whole focus on a temple in Kathua? Why? Because अगर टेम्पल नहीं होता तो वो क्राइम नहीं होता। मैडम अगर आप उसकी बात करेंगे तो अभी गुजरात के अंदर क्या हुआ मैडम? गुजरात के अंदर 15 बलात्कारी जेल से निकले तो उनको माला बनाकर स्वागत किया गया।
हमने डिबेट किया, वो गलत है, वो कोई कंडोन नहीं कर रहा है, वो कोई नहीं कह रहा है कि सही है, बट द पॉइंट इज who decides to politicize a crime and give it a religious communal color? Then you have something like this, which comes as a pushback. Kapil Madan, why don't the same people who are today condemning a love jihad angle also stand up to Rahul Gandhi and say no? Don't look at a crime through the Dalit lens or through a caste lens or through a religious lens. तब तो याद नहीं आता क्यों?
ठीक है मैडम, देखिए कोई जनरल आदमी क्या बोल रहा है,
that politics is convenient. Now suddenly it becomes problematic. Aren't both problematic? Just a second, Kapil Madan.
मैडम जनरल आदमी क्या बोल रहा है कोई असर नहीं पड़ रहा, मगर गवर्नमेंट का सीनियर मिनिस्टर
अरे हुफैजा जी सवाल
सर वहाँ भी कांग्रेस के पूर्व अध्यक्ष बोलते हैं, कोई छोटा भैया नेता नहीं बोलता है, बड़े बड़े पूर्व अध्यक्ष बोलते हैं, द सीनियर मोस्ट मेंबर्स ऑफ द पार्टी. दे से बड़े बड़े लेख लिखे जाते हैं न्यूज़पेपर्स में that in New India Hindus pick up a Muslim girl. No, she was a little girl. It was about the heinous crime. It was not about a religion, sir.
जनरल आदमी ट्विटर पे फेसबुक पे क्या बोल रहा है वो कोई इन्फ्लुएंस नहीं कर रहा.
Okay, let Kapil Madan respond and Sriraj Nair. Kapil Madan, yes.
वो ज्यादा मैसेज दे रहा पूरे देश के अंदर.
Now, Padmaja ji, if you've raised a very important question here, and I would appreciate you give me time to respond. Now, when you speak about the BJP, when we had a rape incident at where their sitting MLA was convicted, Mr. Sengar. Now you had a situation where you had rallies in support of the MLA. And he was an accused and he was facing rape charge in Unnav's case. Now the problem happens is that once you have such kind of an incident and you have minister making statement demonizing the victim itself in Hathras, I will give you the name of the minister. He made an allegation. First there was a story that in Hathras the girl might have had an affair.
Sir,
another BJP minister made a
crime is a crime, right? Yeah. Hathras is a crime, Kathua is a crime, and what happened to Shraddha is a crime, and that should not be linked to community. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
Just like Shraddha's murder should not be given a communal spin, so shouldn't have others, right?
Now, I completely agree with you. The moment you bring the religious angle between, you're trying to further divide the society, then you're trying to create more unrest in the society.
And yet, sir, on the 2nd of January, here is what Rahul Gandhi said. महिलाओं का अपमान और सांप्रदायिक नफरत तभी बंद होंगे जब हम एक आवाज में इसके खिलाफ खड़े होंगे. Karti Chidambaram on the whole bully bye episode said, it is unacceptable that this project of dangerous anti-Muslim misogyny is back. The fact is, sir, that women of all religions, of all caste backgrounds get tons of abuse on social media. It's just that you chose to highlight one episode and say, oh, this is happening only to one community. No. Ask any woman on social media, she is facing vile abuse, she is getting dirty texts, but you decide to give everything a communal color because that suited your politics. This is condemnable, yes. But that also is condemnable, isn't it?
Padmaja ji, I think you have read Mr. Gandhi's text. I didn't find anything objectionable. But if in contrast you will check the statement made by their minister Parvesh Verma while campaigning for Delhi, he used the rape thing and again tried to give a communal angle. I mean
Sir, you continue to
Mr. Yogi also made these kind of statements.
Why would you criminalize any crime?
I am answering your question, but the point is the wrong should be.
Sir, that should be the consensus.
You're diverting
my fundamental problem always has been that there is always, thanks to politics, one angle chosen by people, and then you go and run with it.
Now, that's the problem, Padmaja. You don't want to debate the statements made by their prominent minister, which is strikingly apparent, and which is strikingly anti-communal.
I have said right at the outset that there is no evidence at hand to show that this is a case of love jihad, and it should be colored as one. Do you have the same conviction to say that when any rape happens in any part of the country, it should be treated as a crime and not turned into political fodder? Because that is exactly what we do in this country, and it is condemnable. When it suits you, you are like, oh, ye Dalit ki beti hai, now we are going to carry out a march. When the same thing happens in a Congress ruled state, you are like, oh, crickets. Now we can't hear what is happening. This is a crime. It doesn't have anything to do with community. Sriraj Nayak. And that kind of hypocrisy, sir, is sickening. I have conviction to say you should not communalize Shraddha's murder. You also should have similar conviction. Sriraj Nayak.
Which is the party that organized rallies?
Sir, I don't know.
You rightly said, Madam Padmaja, if this nation is facing the big, if this nation is facing a threat, the threat is selective activism.
I mean, what
when they go for tragedy tourism, when any incidents happens in a BJP-ruled state or with incidents where a Muslim is involved, the story is different. The leaders go, they make it a tragedy tourism. But here, when it comes, when a matter of love jihad occurs, not a single statement, no bindi-clad activists, no actresses coming on road, no placards. This is encouraging this kind of brutal, barbaric killing. Indirectly, these people are also supporting. And we are reiterating this is love jihad. If you want to define what love jihad is, this is the real definition of love jihad.
I'm just asking them to come on roads. Are they there only to sit in AC rooms only? Why they are not coming on roads? Why stop them from coming to roads? Why they are not raising the voice of girls? Why they are giving this communal angle? Why they are not standing? Why they are not standing besides the parents of that girl?
Please don't fall in the
No, you have not been. You have just been sitting in AC offices and you have been asking others to come on roads. You have been asking others to come on roads. Who has stopped you from coming on roads? You should have courage. Do you have courage to come on roads?
Okay, Huzaifa, finally I am asking you, there are countless crimes unfortunately that happen. Can there be a consensus कि कम से कम crimes के ऊपर राजनीति नहीं होनी चाहिए, नहीं तो आप अपने हिस्से के crimes चुन लेंगे कि चलो इसको हम हिंदुत्व क्राइम पेंट कर देंगे, वो अपने हिस्से का क्राइम चुन लेंगे कि इसको हम लव जिहाद पेंट कर देंगे, and that's it. Then it will not be treated as a crime at all. It will only be about the politics associated. Huzaifa.
बिल्कुल मैडम, कौन पॉलिटिक्स कर रहा है उसके ऊपर? आप बताइए, किसी मुस्लिम ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने उसके सपोर्ट में कुछ कहा हो? हम खुद कंडेम कर रहे हैं।
आपको दसियों गिना दिए ना कि जब भी कोई क्राइम होता है उसको लेकर के सिर्फ और सिर्फ एक कम्युनल एंगल चुना जाता है कि भाई ये यहाँ पर ठाकुरों ने किया है, यहाँ पर अपर कास्ट ने किया है, यहाँ पर पुजारी ने किया है, यहाँ पर दलित की वजह से किया है। सर, क्राइम होता है, कोई क्राइम के लिए इसलिए नहीं सिलेक्ट करने जाता है कि अब हम दलित है इसलिए क्राइम कर रहे हैं।
नहीं मैडम, वही मैं कह रहा हूँ कि आपके जो दो पैनलिस्ट बैठे हुए हैं वो बार बार उसको जिस तरीके से पोर्ट्रे कर रहे हैं कि लव जिहाद है, इनको रोकिए।
सर, मैं उसकी भर्त्सना कर रही हूँ। मैं ये कह रही हूँ आपसे कि आप भी भर्त्सना कर दीजिए ना कि कभी भी किसी बेटी का शोषण होता है, बेटी पे क्राइम होता है, तो कृपया उसको भी सांप्रदायिक कलर देने की कोशिश ना करें।
तरीके से ये हो रहा है, हम कह रहे हैं
नहीं, हमने कभी नहीं किया। और इनको समझाइए कि इनको 20 केस में दिखाऊंगा कि जहां मुस्लिम लड़कियों के साथ ऐसा हुआ है, उस पर कुछ बोलेंगे?
चलिए,
चश्मा लगा के आ गए, खाली बोले जा रहे हैं लव जिहाद रख के आए हुए हैं।
कितने मुस्लिम
आप कुछ बोलेंगे?
इस तरह से फ्रिज में भर दिया या समुद्र में फेंक दिया, आप बताइए। आप एक केस बताइए।
चलिए, अगर कोई हिंदू होता तो क्या कहते आप उसको?
आप एक केस बताइए।
कोई हिंदू होता तो क्या करते आप उसको?
फिर अरे आप इन जिहादियों को कांड याद है आपको? आप इन जिहादियों को सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं। आप ही लोग, आपकी लीडरशिप जाहिल रखती है, अनपढ़ रखती है और वो गुनाह में लिप्त होती है। और
तुम बताओगे हमें यार?
This is not okay. This is not okay. I am going to give the final word to you, Mr. Ram Kadam. You represent the city of Mumbai. That girl belonged to your city. You should be asking for justice for her, not because she's been murdered by an Aaftab, but because she is a citizen of India and she deserves justice as much as the next person, irrespective of the identity of her murderer, doesn't she?
See, let me tell you, we do not want to politicize this issue. This battle is not against any religion. This battle is against a criminal mindset. The moot point is we have to eliminate that criminal mindset, and for that matter, which are the groups, which are the organizations, they have been misleading our youth and they are forcing them to indulge in such kind of criminal activities. We have to eliminate those points, and that is the most important thing. Now, the probing from the love jihad angle, there is no harm at all. At least we'll come to know what is the fact, where we are standing. So the point is, we do not want to politicize. We just want to give justice Shraddha and her family. And without probing all the angles, she will not get justice. This is the point.
So let's leave it at that. If you're promising that this will be devoid of any politics, let's hope that is the case, because her family and most importantly Shraddha herself deserves that the absolute letter of law is applied to the man who deserves no mercy, irrespective of what his name is, because his actions are grisly, gruesome, and they put humanity to shame. Thanks very much all gentlemen for joining us.